Yo, what's going on, guys? Singed is taking over the mid lane meta once again because he's a non-interactive champion. You don't really have to play lane. All you have to do is push and roam or base and roam and find kills that way. It's extremely straightforward by starting with Predator, Cheap Shot, Eyeball, and Relentless with Celerity, Water Walking, double EP, any resistance. You can see the pattern. Predator, Relentless, Celerity, and Water Walking all give us a bunch of movement speed, and by starting with boots, we can utilize the Predator from the very start of the game. With that being said, you can't really roam on Singed before level 3-ish because you need to get minions to get your levels in. So you don't want to just be giving up a bunch of waves early on to try to find something. You can try to cheese level 1 invade with your E and Predator, but if it doesn't pan out, you're going to be really far behind because you can't push the wave with your Q. Just something to think about. You're going to rush down Rylai's and a Jack Show into Demonic. Take as much of this wave as we can. This is a bad matchup for Singed and Echo since he can push the wave. Big time wave pushers are not easy to deal with because they'll push the wave whenever you go to roam, and then you'll end up likely missing a bunch of CS. It doesn't look like he started Q here, but that would have been more optimal for him. Okay, he did. Cool. So he's just going to play passive. That's perfect for us. We'll go ahead and shove the next wave. Whenever you play against Singed mid, you want to try to get damage on him early. Singed's first two levels are pretty bad. He's more of a level 3 and level 6 style champion who scales very well with items. Early on, he's vulnerable. If they're pressuring you, you can use your refills, pull back, let them kind of push the wave to you. But if they're going to give you space like this to breathe, we'll take it. I'm standing off to the side a little bit. Now I can roam with my Predator and with my Ghost. In fact, I'm going to go right now. We got to go fast. Ghost lasts for 10 seconds. We're getting a big movement speed bonus off of the Celerity there. Go ahead and pick up our E. And Maokai should hit level 2 here in a second. We get the flip onto the Caitlyn. And she's probably going to die now. And this is why Singed has such a high win rate and why he's so picked. Is because of this. It's just very cheesy. Not much counterplay for their bot lane in that situation since they were pushed up. We could roam off to the side and kill them. Now, we did lose an absolutely ridiculous amount of minions, so something to think about. On your first back, you can get tier 2 boots if you can afford it. If not, just buy what you can afford. We don't really need wards. Tier isn't a bad item on Singed, but you're generally not going to run out of mana because all you're using in lane is usually your Q, or if they're pushing on your turret, you can fling them. Both the kills went to Nilo there. That's fine. It's usually best it goes to your laner. If you have a Dark Sail, though, a lot of times you will want the gold. Now what we want to do is push. We have our refills back, so we should be able to push this pretty comfortably. Plus, Dark Sail makes you a little bit tanky. Dark Sail gives you a bit of HP. Run around him. There's only so much he can do there. He put some damage on us, pop some of his mana. We'll go ahead and leave this right around, I'd say here. It's a good spot. They may think we're roaming because we broke vision, but we didn't actually commit to it, so Echo's probably spam pinging. I'm gonna put a little bit of poison. Don't be afraid to cancel your Q once you get the cloud on it, because it lasts for about 3 seconds. So if you already have your poison on it, you're really just wasting mana at that point, so don't be afraid to turn off your Q. Don't just leave it on and waste all your mana for no reason. My bot lane looks like they're about to die. That is wildly disappointing because they had that huge gold lead. I guess it is what it is, though. We'll get the fling on her, pull her back, put a goo on her head. I am honestly so shocked that my bot lane died there. She had such a big gold lead. That is really something. It is what it is, though. I'm thinking against their team, we go Merc Treads. Having tier 2 boots is nice. Move around the map faster. On top of that, their mid lane and jungler are both the same damage type. Let's say their mid lane was a Talon or a Zed, and their jungler was a Xin Zhao Lee Sin, so double physical damage, double AD. Then we could go plated, rush instead of Mercs. If they're mixed damage, like Evelynn jungle, and let's say Zed mid, then we could just go for Swifties, or possibly even delay tier 2 boots. I can't move. I'm getting creep blocked so hard there. Still got most of them. Get another point in Q. It's good to grab the minions as early as possible and let them walk through your fart juice. That way you're hitting the whole wave at once. Stand off to the side. You can fling the cannon if you feel like you're going to miss it. Otherwise, it's best to just use your Q. Looks like our AD carry did get another kill there with the Maokai. That's good. She's going for a shield bow rush. Having water walking is key to be able to get over here fast. If you don't have water walking, then good luck. I have a blast cone here. I'll go ahead and use that. We'll put our goo on her here in a second to slow her down. Once she committed to where she wanted to run to, that's when it makes the most sense to use. Fling her back. Did I flash there? I might have actually wasted my flash on accident. I'm on my ghost extensions as well, since I popped my ghost. That turned out really well. Dealing with Singed in a multi-target fight is going to be really hard for most mid laners. Since Singed is fast, you can't kill him. Plus, we're in the river. We're doing huge AoE damage, and we have some CC. I think I might have accidentally used my flash there. Complete accident. All I needed was my ghost. Got that pushed. Could stay for a plate, realistically. We have enough minions. I think here we can get it. As long as I stop their minions from pushing up here. Alright, we got it. Cool. Walk away. Might end up missing some from resetting. It's fine though. I'm out of mana. We can back here. Rod of Aegis isn't bad. Jack Show's just better right now. Once Rod of Aegis is properly nerfed, you'd probably want to go that as your mythic instead of Jack Show. But for now, Jack Show's kind of insane. Their team's super scrappy too with double tank. We'll be able to full stack Jack Show and get some pretty crazy value. Pretty high value. Echo's damage is going to be super low. He's more of a scaling champion. His early game's kind of crap. Pretty low damage. Very predictable in what he wants to do. Oh wow, my poison's starting to do some damage now. Holy moly. All this AP. Yeah, Echo's definitely top. I pinged a little on the late side, but let's be honest, Kel shouldn't be pushing up against Sion. She's never going to have the damage to chunk him or cheese him. She's just going to get herself killed doing that. Nunu's already bot side. I don't need to rotate. That's pointless. He's already there. I'll stay for the plate instead. You don't really proxy on Singed mid. There's not enough space to do so. That's more of a Singed top thing. Almost got the plate. If I could bait the Q out of him here, that would be great. We'll run away. Passive speeds us up whenever we're near an enemy or an ally. We got her with the goo. I'll pop R. Secure the kill. R gives you a bunch of extra stats. Ability, power, armor, magic, resist. Fling him back. Activate Predator for a little bit of extra damage. Nice, nice, nice. Down he goes. There's a ward right here. We gotta take care of that. Since Echo's dead and my bot lane's ahead, I don't think I need to rotate bot lane here. Instead, we should just shove mid and put pressure on this. We can force someone else to come here. This is guaranteed value. My bot lane has him underneath turret full HP, so there's no reason to really roam to that. Oops. Let's go ahead and max our E second. Other than Echo, some other bad matchups for Singed mid would be Heimerdinger with his perma shove. And also having to deal with Nico. Her snare is really easy for her to land on you. She also has a lot of kind of AoE. So yeah, Heimerdinger, Nico, Echo. Luckily, those are all pretty rare and uncommon champions to see mid lane. It's to where Singed does quite well against the meta roster, I'd say. Pick up Rylai's. We could even go for a tier, honestly. Tier isn't bad on Singed. Having a fudge load of mana never hurts for the ability spam. On top of that, you can end up building tier into some pretty useful items on him. Winters is good on him, and so is Archangel. Archangel doesn't give ability haste. That's interesting. Might just go for Winters then. Winters is pretty dang strong. So he just got a play out of us. Our Predator's on cooldown. Whenever it is, you're not typically looking for a roam at that given moment. That was an accident. Not typically looking for a roam at that point. You can throw people into your W to snare them. It's usually best to use them separate though, because that's putting all your eggs in one basket. They typically figure out what's happening pretty quick. You can kind of throw them in midair and then cast your W. It's not necessarily consistent though. Especially if you're not a Singed main, it's generally best to use your W and your E separately rather than necessarily conjointed in terms of W then E, or trying to flip them onto the W itself rather than just putting the W on them to begin with. Whenever they're in your W, it grounds them so they can't use dash, leaps, flashes, blinks. They have to walk out like the rest of us. I have Rylai's now. The roams are going to be really scary. Speaking of roams, they may or may not realize I'm coming. But boy, am I coming. Put the W on him. Flash E. Got her with big Rylai's. Couldn't get to the Caitlyn. I don't know if she flashed or what, but she got away really fast. I am on Ghost Extensions. Echo might have tried to come down here, which is a huge mistake. When you're playing against this, you just keep shoving wave. Because once Singed roams, he's probably going to get the kill. And then to where if you roam, it's already too late. So, not sure what he did there. Maybe he based for his item. His QE's on cooldown. He's in my poison right now, but he's also on his shield. I'll go ahead and stick around. He could potentially kill us if he lands everything. Gotta be careful not to stay on top of my minions. He seems so scared. He's scared of getting flinged. He died to that last Maokai Nunu play. Kind of funny. Back in the river with the Relentless Celerity Water Walking. We're moving 454. Now we're on this, moving 530. I think my teammates should have... Oh, I guess maybe they're worried about Sedge. I don't know. I'm pretty fast in the river. I'm going to pull Sedge off of her, get her in my poison. She's going for my teammate. We'll pull her back. Echo's in the poison. Sedge is in the poison. My AD carry got shut down, diving underneath their turret. He's still getting slowed. Pull him back. Nunu needs to cancel the R. Very nice. Wait, he actually is gonna live. What? Oh my gosh! It actually didn't count my auto there. There he goes. That was ridiculous. We kind of ran out of mana there. Oh, that was wild. On the bright side, we didn't die, so we still have 10 stack Dark Seal. On the not so bright side, our AD carry keeps dying and losing her shutdown gold. That's okay. As long as we don't die and lose Dark Seal, we'll be okay. Leave a little bit of fart there, a little fart there. One little puff of fart of our poison trail kills minions now. We have so much AP. We're at 166. Not bad at all. It's time to go for Jack Show. It's time to sell refill, Kindling Gem. There's no rush in selling refill, but if you can get rid of it and buy an 800 gold plus item because your slots are full, you might as well. This is a non-cannon wave. I should head mid first, plus Ghost and Predator on cooldowns. If I rotated this moment, it probably wouldn't be successful. You need at least one or the other, but ideally both. If you're trying to get kills on lane, you should take Ignite, but playing for kills on lane all of a sudden just kind of iffy. It's most likely not going to pan out. I'm interested to see this come back into the meta, because this was meta such a long time ago. I would like to say last Christmas, because I remember playing it in the holiday season last year, and it was pretty strong. It's pretty dang strong. He's taking so much damage from the poison. One little puff of it. Lost half his health while I shoved the wave. I want this healing. Their support seems to be dead. I shouldn't be the one tanking though. I should be Nunu. Nunu's trolling. Don't want to give this guy any plates. If he stays, I'll pop Predator. It looks like he backed off immediately. He knows what's coming. We have a tank Nunu. That's good. Our team already has enough damage. Between Nyla and Kel, they can do all the damage for our team. Kel's going AD. I actually think AD Kel's kind of better right now than AP Kel. AD Kel has some really good item options. I'll end up doing a video on that. This is outrageously forced, and I am not a fan of it. Nunu's going to get himself killed. Mon R and Ghost. Put some autos on the sky with Predator. Oh, they quit. That's pretty funny. Wow, what a game. All right, guys, we'll do part 2 because that was pretty short. I'll see you there. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2 of some Singed in the mid lane up against Zed. That's another matchup we can shove down early. If you're getting some matchup you literally can't touch the minions on level 1 without losing all your HP, start E, give up some minions, and hope they try to cheese you, and you can flash fling them into turret. They'll lose half their health, and you can set up a kill later on them. But most of the time, 8 out of 10 games, you should be able to shove down the wave the first 2, get level 2, and look for the roam. Same rune setup with Predator, cheap shot, eyeball relentless with water walking, celerity, double AP, and armor. Zed is pretty annoying. They haven't nerfed him yet, I don't think, but it's coming. The Zed nerfs and AD Udyr nerfs are on their way in a couple of days. Very excited for it. He's not very balanced. He's gotten so many buffs over time to where he's not really a skill shot champion anymore. He can go back to his original R location. It's like something like 15 or 20 seconds after he's done it. So in terms of him escaping you or outplaying you with his R, it's really nothing to it, to be honest. If he's not able to, he did something very wrong. Someone just DC'd. It's not great. All right, got 5 out of 6, not bad. The waves crashed on him. We can peel off for a ward here, make sure we're not getting cheesed. And then we'll get a snappy level 2 as the minions come towards us. Get the poison trail up nice and early. Walk back in. He's not putting any pressure on us. He would be smart to try to do so. Granted, Zed's level 1 isn't anything that impressive. Still, it would go a long way to try to put some pressure on us early. So the Jinx did DC. I don't know if we can even roam to this now. That's really bad for us. So we had the perfect setup to shove down mid level 2 into roam, but there's nothing to roam to, so I'm just not gonna do it, I guess. Jinx missed out on the first wave or 2, so she's not gonna be level 2. Draven's gonna be level 2. Draven with a level advantage and double spinning axes. Hard to really do anything against. I'll get another point in my queue here. We get the fling and I'll walk away. It is what it is. Not actually a pretty solid trade overall, I'd say. Pretty solid indeed. If he steps back into range to where I can get my passive off of him, movement speed bonus whenever you're near an allied or an enemy champion. Goes on an 8-second cooldown per that champ. And I will take it. Not a bad trade. We have minion advantage, so he can't really out trade this. He's taking a lot of damage to do so. Fling him. Look for the reset. The ignite was really wasteful since he had no kill potential, full cooldowns out of energy. His ignite's on cooldown. I have refill advantage. I'll go ahead and play for Swifties this game, I guess. Since you guys didn't get to see that last game, Swifties is definitely better for roams and whatnot. Zed is on his way. Graves is about to find himself very much dead. Oh, he had flash. Cool. Nice little outplay there. Should have just kited towards the pit. Would have been safer and given him more space since he was getting pinched. Boots advantage on Zed and his wave's pushing into me. I would like to push though regardless. You don't really freeze on Singed because then you can't use your Predator on the roams. I will push this because of that. Hey, friend, got him with the fling. Go ahead and use our refill. This damage is going to stick super hard because he doesn't have potions right now. This damage should be pretty sticky. You can't heal it off with a second wind D shield at the moment. Now it seems like my bot lane is pushing, which is weird. Jinx ended up getting a kill one way or another. All right, here we go. This is it. This is what we've all been waiting for. They're all CC. They're on my W, so they can't flash. We run out. Draven can't pick up the kill, and there we go. We're really fast because the ghost extensions, plus we have our passive. We were near our allies and the enemy, so we were getting huge movement speed, 25% per 2 seconds. Not bad at all. Let's look for... We'll run a Ruby Dark Sill. They both give HP. It'll be useful against Zed. You certainly don't have to get Dark Sill. It's not mandatory. I like it, though, when the roams are connecting. Jinx is pretty fed now. She ran first strike. I can't imagine that's intentional, since Lethal Tempo is so effective on Jinx or running Fleet. Hopefully she's able to scale. Keystones are pretty important in League in these seasons. They've been important for a while. So if you're taking just like legit a bad rune page, even if you should win a matchup or outscale a matchup, a lot of times you can't. We'll stand off to the side so he can't hit us with his shurikens as easily. We have more minions, so he kind of has to choose right now whether he wants to hit our minions or us. He can't necessarily hit both at the same time if we're off to the side. Time to look for the roam. Never mind. Jinx is basing. I can look for the ward though. Not bad. So he did end up getting a refill himself. That's a big gold expenditure to get kind of after your first back. It's kind of suboptimal because he chunked through 3 potions. Now he has refill, so he hasn't actually gotten good value out of it yet. The value from refill is obtained whenever you reset and get your charges back. Alright, you already see Gragas is here. I'm extremely fast with my boots. Ganking a Swifty Singed is such a mistake. It's too hard to do consistently. You need some really hard point and click CC. Flip him right over. I guess he's trying to set up an all-in on me. He's trying to find an auto attack or something. Get him with the fleeing W. He can't jump back to his R because he's inside my W. Down he goes. It's a good thing about your W is it grounds them. They can't jump back. So fling him. And while they're in midair, W where they're going to land like we did there. Down he goes. Alright, let's go ahead and grab Blasting Wand. We'll grab Oracles as well. We don't really need Warding Totem anymore. Our control ward's already in a really good spot, so we'll leave it there. It lets us know kind of like where their jungler is at. He's low HP here and he doesn't have items. Ping that out for my teammates. I'll go ahead and shove mid real quick. The wave's already pushing to me, so it makes sense to come back real quick. Zed forced that kill really hard on us. Graves had been waiting there for 10 years. I don't think Zed was expecting that. Getting creep blocked a little bit. Fishing in auto. Putting in autos as they're bleeding from your poison makes it much more consistent that your minions aren't going to be able to steal it. Getting that big auto attack chunk in. All goes for this are into the... Oh, he flashed immediately. I couldn't get my goo down in time. Try to get some autos on him. Oh, no, 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 no. Please don't kill my AD carry. This is a weird situation. Because they're floating over here. Zed came over here. Zed should have just stayed mid, honestly. I'm surprised the Silas with such little items was able to do that much. Rel died. She must have been low HP. I have red buff, so it's a lot of sustain whenever you're out of combat with enemy champion. We're getting 10 back per second right now, for example. Wow, completely whiffed the W on that one. Ripperoni. I think he warded over here. I don't remember where he put it, but I remember he did ward. I'm just gonna assume they know I'm here. There's no rush to roam right now anyways. The lane isn't really set up quite yet. His Q's on cooldown. Let's put down some poison then. Very nice. Look back over for the roam. They're not showing up in lane. Dragon's definitely the win con. It's not Heralds. We outscale. We really do. Flash is a much faster mechanic than being able to use abilities. If Gragas didn't have Flash, I think he dies there. Nice. Draven's dead. Gragas is low. I'm gonna head over and assassinate this guy with my Predator. I mean, he's not slow. He's definitely not slow. Get the minions a little low for her, forced him back. He still have a control ward set up over here. Boy, oh boy. Let's see if there's another ward. Zed's clearly roaming to something. I'm not sure where he's at. He might be going bot. He might be bush camping me. Jinx is definitely killable there. She doesn't have flash. She's also missing a little bit of HP. Yeah, it looks like she's gonna die. Wow, she lived with, with very little HP. It's time to reset. Sitting on full Rylai's. We can back and get the refills as well. Refills is really awkward on Zed because a lot of times if he does end up going for Eclipse, he doesn't really even need refill at that point, so. Very awkward item to get. He probably should have just started refill from the start. Refill longsword against a Singe. That would have been interesting to see. Draven's out of mana. He doesn't have that many items. I could head over bot after I push this. Usually roaming bot's better than top. It's very rare that top laners are pushed up in a way to where they're that gankable compared to bot lanes. The bot laners usually feed off of each other in terms of bad decision making, and then they end up doing some pretty questionable things. I think I found him. Hey, buddy. He's in my Rylai's here. I want the ghost extension, so hopefully Singe... Ah, she didn't kill him very fast at all there. Yeah, we didn't get the ghost extensions for 5 seconds. Oh well. Go for dragon. Draven's a goofball for trying to back there. Graves needs to tank this. It's kind of making me tank it for some reason. It's gonna reset and get a bunch of HP back if you keep swapping aggro like that, so I'll just leave. Zed went topside, time to push the wave. They didn't even kill Yone. Yone's so slippery. I haven't gotten a single plate yet this game. I've been roaming so much. Apparently my minions didn't get in range there. Took a bunch of turret damage. Got them underneath. Grag is topside. Zed's probably roaming back mid. And I am gonna miss the cannon. Cool. That's a plate right there. I think it's that's 2 plates right there. Let's go, baby. Having all these minions sure helps. Singe can clear the wave so fast, your minions can focus on hitting the turret instead of hitting the enemy champs. Mord isn't a full item, neither is Gragas. I could probably kite them out with my my Rylai's here pretty hard. Go ahead and R early for the extra regeneration. Gragas really wants to hit me. Alright, buddy. Hit me, dude. Hit me! And now he's like, oh, wait a minute. I can't fight it. Yeah, you can't fight it. He's not a full item. He also has Arcane Comet. That's not going to do very well. The poison hurts, especially if you can never get out of it and you're in it for 10 seconds straight. 10 seconds of poison is... What is that? To like 1,200 damage? A little over 1,200. It's time for Jack's show. Trying to decide what item I want there. I have a weird amount of items to where I don't want to sell refill or dark soul right now. Just keep playing for drag soul. Easy win con. The only thing that's kind of scales on their team is I'd say Zed. Mord's late game honestly isn't that good. Silas late game isn't that good. Zed, same thing. His late game's a bit iffy. The only thing they have is they don't have anything that scales. Nothing on their team really scales. Jinx scales, Yone scales. I would say even Grave scales to a degree. The fact that you can access crit items and they have all these melee champs. Like Grave scaling should be fine. Even though I took a turret shot, we still win that trade, especially since he's tanking my minions. FCS advantage on him as well. Keep crashing the waves. Grag's going in for the flank. His 80 carry's already dead. What a goofball. Got his 80 carry bamboozled there. I don't have tier this game, but I'm not really running out of mana. They all went bot side. They're going to lose mid turret for it. Rel was able to kill Gragas. Okay, makes sense. Rel, I think, is the lowest damage champion in the game. All she has is CC and a little bit of in-combat mobility. Hey, friend. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm not sticking around. See if Scuttle's up. We need to be alive for Dragon. And we need to stay alive. We cannot die and give them shut down. It's one of the most important things on Singe. Staying alive, drawing aggro, taking pressure. Missing a lot of mana and a big chunk of HP. A recall here is fine. I also get my refills back. Hopefully I don't lose any minions off this. Moving 446, and I'm missing it on Mordekaiser. I'll be going for him next. Even if he R's us with the Rylai's, he shouldn't be able to stay on top of us. Plus, he didn't go Rylai's Rush. If he had, it would be kind of close. Since he doesn't, you just can't get us. Zed has to be here, right? Nope, he is not there. Oh! Almost missed cannon again. Jinx is going mid now because you got turret. Did she DC again? Okay, she didn't DC. Why are you following me? That was weird. I don't know why this guy's following me. It's very strange. Jinx seems to be kiting it out well somehow. She must have flashed. I don't know. He's in my poison. Let's see how well Graves can kite it. Graves is pretty big as long as he keeps getting his autos down. Walked out of that. I'll toss him with the fling here. He's in my poison trail. They both are. A little more poison for him. Munch on that, Silas. And he gets his stun. He gets it, but he dies. It's probably worth it for him since it was a shutdown. At the same time, we do get Dragon out of it, so I'll take it. If only I had Jack Show there. Also, go ahead and pick up tier because we're kind of running out of mana. Couldn't lay down any more fart juice there. Maximum farts for maximum wins. Oh, man. I don't think I saw Draven that fight. I don't know where he was at. It's pretty much tied CS with the Jinx. Our team is a higher quality of tankiness than theirs. Because I'm the fastest tank in the game, and I also have probably the best CC with the Fling. Fling and the W. The slow gets all the way up to 70%. It's pretty big when you consider the fact that it's AoE. One well-placed Singed W in a fight can change everything substantially. I gotta clear these minions. Can't let them take turret. Hey, Mord. Tear him up, Jinx. Shoot him, Jinx. Do the thing. Alright, hey, buddy. His passive's over. Now he dies. Down he goes. We flash. We get movement speed. I got a big slow on these guys. Teammates didn't chase, though, because they're scared of Silas, and Graves isn't here, so I kind of wasted my flash in hindsight. I need to heal off of something. Nothing to really heal off of over here. He's on my goo, so he can't dash. Oh, nice. That was really good. Zed chased me. He ignited. He couldn't get the kill because he missed his Q. That was huge. That was a really good fight. Got off massive amounts of slows and damage while still soaking aggro and not dying. That's why you don't chase Singe, guys. It's a bad idea. Chasing Singe never is a good idea. It pretty much never turns out. You know, I don't think I want to sell my refill quite yet. Maybe, okay, it would have been worth it. If I could have afforded a giant spot, I would have sold it. I guess I could have gone blasting one. So many different unique items here. I don't necessarily need the CS anymore. Once you have Rylai's tier 2s with stacked Dark Silt, the CS is a lot less important. Oh, I'm getting thrashed. At least I didn't pop Ghost for that. All I popped was my Predator. Jack Show puts us in the combat. Free second in combat. Yeah, Jack Show's so good on Singed. Boom. Getting permaslowed. Kind of want a Ghost for this. So I'm going to. Boom. Yeah, you can't move. I have a big goo on the back line. Got the Draven, and I'm on Jack Show with my farts everywhere. Sick. That was a pretty solid fight. The only person who died was our support, which I don't know if that matters. Hey, friend. Oh, he R'd the Yone. I'm interested to see how that plays out. Got my juice on him. Oh, he got it on me. He well, he had flash. One more auto from Jinx. Oh, wow, that Gragasar was tragic. It doesn't matter, though. He finishes the kill. Silas is giving them a lot of value. I may have to pick up a magic resist item, actually. Their team's triple AP with the Silas, Mord, and Grag. Their 2 AD champs aren't even playing that well in comparison, so... After Demonic, probably be going for Force of Nature or Vistage. We have a lot of healing on R. And we have a lot of healing from... I guess that's it, actually. It's just R, basically. Gives a bunch of extra movement speed, health, mana, ability, power, armor, magic resist. And during this time, your Poison Trail also applies 25% Grievous Wounds, so... That's why you don't really see Singed building Thornmail or Morello anymore. Because he already has it on his R, essentially. As long as it's activated. That would be perfect if it was a passive and you didn't have to have your R on to use that. Okay, it's time to die, Draven. I got Predator on, buddy. Oh, is he going this way? I don't think he knows which way to go. I'll toss him into it for the snare. For the lulls... Oh, it already disappeared. Never mind. He's losing this fight so hard. That's hilarious. He's 2 full item too, guys. I'm literally 2 full items and some partials. He's literally 2 full items. I have barely more gold spent, and he hardly loses that because of Jack Show. Plus, I don't know, I went rapid fire second. That's kind of weird. I would like to get Dragon here. We don't really need kills. All we need is drags. I think Flame Soul's the worst in the game in terms of what it gives you. Getting the individual dragons is pretty strong, though. Getting a massive chunk of extra AP and AD is super useful for crit and Rabadon, so Jinx is a crit champ. It's an extra 6%. Quite a bit. I'll R for this, get the fling on Silas with the W. They're all on my poison and my... They were getting stuck on my W. They couldn't dash through it. It's freaking hilarious. Hey, friend. Boo! Predator flashy. Oh. I think our 80 carry is getting chased right now. Yeah, you're dead. I need to stop him from applying his passive on me. And then I'm fine. Later. Jinx ended up getting picked by the Mord there. He went for a Fleet. That's really weird. I can't imagine Fleet being bad on Mordekaiser, but at the same time, I think Phase Rush and Conquer are way better options. Way, way better. Fleet seems like it'd be really cheesy for lane phase. The healing you'd get from it in conjunction with your huge shields make it super hard to rip you down and out trade him. If Mord keeps the trades short, he's gonna win by default. And even if they go long, Mord's long trades are still pretty good by default as well. Time to sell refill. Got demonic. I should have sold the refill sooner for a blasting wand. We didn't have to wait until we had a full item to sell it. Question is, Winter's Approach or Archangel? It's a really tough call. I'm thinking Archangel, actually. They have so much mana. Might as well. Hey, friends. This is starting to look kind of ugly. Race car. I don't think I got that good of value there, though. I needed to wait a little bit. Down goes the Gragas. I'll turn off my poison trail for now. I'm running low mana. Hey, friends. Got him with the fling. Come on, Jinx, you can do it. Why am I the one tanking? What's happening? My minions are slacking. Fight turned out pretty well. I don't even think Rel was there. I think that was a 3v5 or a 4v5. I'm out of here. There's no reason to stay. Cut this little bunghole off. Fart trail galore. Yeah, good luck. It's not gonna get through that. It's a huge slow. It's time to reset. Lost all my health and mana. Rel's back in the game. We should be able to wrap this up. This game's pretty much over now. Draxel fight and then it's over. There's no coming back from that. It's even if you didn't get Draxel, even if that wasn't a thing, if it was just 4 drags to none, it would still be a huge deal because each dragon is around the equivalent of somewhere 300 to 500 gold, especially depending on how late the game is. So somewhere around 300 to 500. And you do the math, and that's an extra 2,000 gold spent, and they can't buy more items to compensate because you can only have 6 items. And then the soul itself is somewhere around an arguable kind of like 800 to 1,600 gold. So if they have 4 drags and you have none, it's like they have more than a full item advantage across the board on your team. It's really hard to overcome that. Got the flip. Got the burger flip. Come on, Draven. Ow! He can't. He's just trying to run, bro. You gotta fight. Stand up for yourself, Draven. Got the gooeys on him. Yeah, that's game. Draven didn't stand up for himself, and I'm on Ghost Extensions and maxed out Jack Show here. Go ahead and push this away. And they quit. That was a fun game, man. Singed mid is a good time for everybody. Well, not for the enemies, but a good time for you and a good time for your team. Let's take a look at damage dealt, damage taken. Looking at damage to enemy champions, we had the most in the game at 34,000 on mid Singed when we primarily had assists and not kills. Not bad. For damage taken, we had taken the most on our team, not the most in the game. And for runes, high value. Singed mid, kind of crazy. The fact we can have the most damage in the game, even with building tanky items like Jack Show and having non-damage keystones like Predator, I should say low damage keystones. Singed mid, pretty crazy, a lot of fun. You guys should give it a try. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Kingsticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.